Hello, everyone. Happy Saturday. Feels weird to say that. I am live with you today. My name is Tiffany Almeida, and I am Pretty in Paper Crafts. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And today I'm going live. I normally go live Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. Pacific time, but today is Saturday because I have bingo. I scheduled bingo, Berry Christmas bingo, on Sunday at 10 a.m. So I thought, well, we'll just move it to Saturday. So this is my very first Facebook Live on a Saturday. So this is fun. Hopefully you guys can join in. If not, hopefully you'll watch the replay. So hello and good morning. Hi, Dawn. Thank you for watching. As you can see, we're going to make two really simple, cute treat boxes. And one featuring the Little Debbie's gingerbread cookies and the other featuring the the tree cakes. So, hi guys. Hello. Thank you so much for watching. As you know, Little Debbie comes out with awesome holiday shapes treats, and we are always looking for super cute little quick and easy gifts to give at Christmas, to our coworkers, to our neighbors, to our children, grandchildren. I mean, it can go to anybody. And I just thought these were a really fun little treat, and I wanted to package them super cute. So I'm going to show you guys two really easy designs featuring these two different cakes. I also wanted to point out, I just saw this morning. I found these in my local grocery store. You'll find them Walmart. You probably order them online, but I would go to your neighborhood grocery store first. I got mine at Winco. We have a Winco here. I don't think everybody has a Winco, but you'll find them. But I looked on the back this morning and I saw that they turned the gingerbread into little reindeer. So I thought that was so cute. So if you're handy with frosting and little decorations, you could turn those gingerbread upside down and make them little reindeer. So I thought that was super cute. So, okay. Now, before we get into these two cute little treat boxes, I do want to do a little PR, just a little quick second, if you don't mind, because I made 7 creativity delivered kits too many. So I have 7 extra creativity delivered kits. I'm going to be giving one away as a drawing for today. So if you comment with the word #treatbox, all one word, you'll be entered to win my creativity delivered kit. That is 8 make and takes, $20 in Stampin' Up! Product, a PDF tutorial, and YouTube videos for each card. Now, disclaimer, those of you that already signed up for this class, you probably got your package in the mail and I haven't sent you a PDF yet. That is because I am behind. So that is this weekend's task. My homework is to get that PDF out to you guys. So that's what I'll be doing after Facebook Live today. But it comes with 8 projects, 2 of each design. I've got them here. So you can see there's some fun folds, some fancy folds, that gorgeous autumn paper. So those are the projects. So one lucky winner is going to get the projects for free. The rest of you, if you want, I have 6 extra kits. They are $40 each. That includes shipping. Oh, I froze. That includes shipping. And yeah, so $40 for extra kits. Just message me and let me know if you would like one. Looks like I'm going to have bad internet today. That's awesome. The other thing that I have going on is tomorrow I have Berry Christmas Bingo. And I actually ended up with 1 extra kit. I was like thinking I had 2, but no, I need 1 for tomorrow. So 1 extra kit. I have 1 extra bingo kit that I can mail to you. It comes with 6 rounds of bingo for gift certificate prizes. And it comes with 10 make and takes using the Berry Christmas Memories and More pack. You actually don't need any stamps. You don't need any dies. Everything you need to make the cards is in the envelopes already prepped for you. You get half a pack of Memories and More cards. You get a half a pack of Memories and More envelopes, cards and envelopes. and a bingo card. So if you would like to participate, you missed out on registration and you want to participate in bingo tomorrow, let me know. It is tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Let me know. I will take a picture and send you the bingo card and then mail you the kit. So you'll be able to make the cards later on replay because that will all be recorded. But you could play bingo with us for prizes. And then when you get your kit in the mail, you can make the projects. The bingo class is $35 and that's not including shipping. So shipping is $8.50. So I think it's $43.50 with shipping. So if you would like the bingo kit, message me. I only have one. So first come, first serve. If you message me, then you can have the bingo kit. Okay. Time for crafting. Okay, so first we're going to start with the gingerbread because I just love the gingerbread one. And I made him in a little envelope. So he's in a little envelope. And I didn't want to glue him down because he's so dang cute and you can remove him and do, whatever. And so I just thought, okay, I'll make a little pocket of the envelope and put him in there. And then it opens up like this. And our little gingerbread is inside. So very simple, easy box. I will give you the measurements here and we will go ahead and get started. Now, I used Sending Cheer is the stamp set and dies that I use, the Sending Cheer bundle. This is an awesome, awesome bundle. I really, really have enjoyed playing with it. It makes tags. You can see all of the dies have this little circle on top to make a tag. And then, so this would be great for Christmas tags if you're going to do tags with your gifts. But we're going to turn it into a little treat box. So let me get my supplies for this. Let's grab everything out here. Okay. So I wrote my measurements on here. Hopefully you guys can read my handwriting. So this is a piece of pecan pie that is, I already forgot the measurements here. So let me just a second. 7.5 by 6.25, I believe. Nope, 7.5 by 6.5. Okay, 7.5 by 6.5. So we're going to score this. Get my score board out. 7.5 by 6.5. So on the long side, we're going to score at 2 3/4, 3.5, 6 1/4, and 7. Okay, so 2 3/4, 3.5, 6 1/4, and 7. Turn it to the short side and do 3/4, 1.5, and 5 3/4. So 3/4 inch, 1.5, and 5 3/4. I'm going to go ahead and do my folding on this side of the cardstock so that my numbers are on the inside of it. But that is what the scoring is. And then of course we would want to fold and burnish along all the score lines. I don't recommend folding. If you're going to score it, don't fold it this way. Always if you're going to score, fold it along the valley. But because I have my writing on this side, I'm just going to do it the other side. But you can see as I'm folding, it's putting too much stress on the paper. It's starting to fray. So that's why you want to fold on the valley side, not on the mountain side. I hope that makes sense. Valley versus mountain. But for this, we'll just go ahead and go with it. The other thing that I need to post this weekend is Terry and I's album class. We're going to do a 24-day countdown of Christmas. And she's sending me the album. She just finished designing it. And so she's going to send it to me so I can take pictures and advertise. So that's happening. It's going to probably have to be either the week of Christmas or like the week of Christmas. Like it'll be the weekend after Christmas. But with all of our tutorials, our video tutorials, they're recorded. So it's a live class and then it's recorded and then we share the YouTube video in an email so you guys can have that to use as a replay. Okay, so the top side, or I guess this is the bottom. The bottom side only has one score line across it. And that's where you want to kind of cut out your little score sections like I did here. And then I also cut off this little skinny rectangle in the corner. Sorry, I was talking and I wasn't telling you guys what I was doing. So I just cut along the bottom, along the score lines to make my little tabs. I mitered the little tab sections, and then I just cut this corner off, okay? For the top, I would start on the side that doesn't have these score lines. So it's this kind of solid side, and you're just going to cut off from the second score line all the way over to the first score line here, okay? Then come up from the top and cut this section off. Okay, so now it looks like this. And so then we're going to cut up along this score line here to down to the second score line, and we're going to cut this little section off here. And this doesn't have to be perfect. This is just a tab, so it doesn't matter if it's super straight. Okay, and then we're going to go to the second score line here, and we're going to cut down all the way to the second one. And then we're going to cut down on this one. We're going to take this whole two skinny rectangle sections off like that. And we're going to take this down to that second score line and then just miter these. Okay, so that's it for that. So this is the bottom section and this is the top section. We're going to take this, throw that away. Now I like to round the corners of my top part of the box just to make it look a little finished, and so I just kind of like to do that. So I'm going to take my corner rounder. This is a retired corner rounder. You can use any corner rounder you have. There's so many out there. But you just want to round these two corners here at the top of this tab. Okay, that is this part here. Doesn't it look so much cleaner and more professional just to have the rounded part there? All right, so I am going to use, so I've been using this Fa La 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 DSP is from Merry and Bright, the Merry and Bright suite. And it does take, because I cut my pieces of DSP down to 6x6, I couldn't get all the pieces I needed out of a single sheet. So I had to, what am I trying to say? I had to basically open another or cut two pieces. And so I couldn't use the same pattern. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm choosing a different pattern. I'm choosing these Christmas lights, which are super cute. So the paper is just really, really fun. I think multiple different paper choices will work for these pieces. And I'm just trying to see how the strings line up the best. It doesn't even really matter because they're not going to line up, and that's okay. So for your pieces, you actually do not want to glue to the back because this is the back side. I figure the back side doesn't need anything. So don't put a piece of DSP on the back side. This piece here measures 2.5 by 4. 2.5 by 4, and then these two are 1/2 inch by 4. So we're just going to glue these down. Like that. Oh yeah. I do too, Karen. I make my own little boxes as well. Oh man, Angela, I wish I was cleaning my craft room. My craft room needs so much attention, but I just go from one fire to the next, and then I get exhausted and I don't clean my craft room. I wish I could just be clean and organized, but no. Okay, so we've got our DSP glued down to our box, like so. And at this point, I'm going to put my box together. So I'm going to get some tear and tape. That's the way I like to put my boxes together, is with tear and tape. You could use snail or liquid glue. Tear and tape is just such a good, strong adhesive for boxes. So I really like to use it. Now, for the back of the box, this little tab here, I like to put adhesive on the outside, right? So this is the outside back of the box. And for the front of the box, because I want this flap to be over top so that I don't have a seam along the edge here, I lift this up and I put tearing tape on the back of it. So this is going to make sense here in a second. I'll show you why. So first we're going to do is just take the tearing tape off of our little side section there. And then we're going to fold it over and fold it over, fold it flat. See, look, it's going to be perfectly flush, just gluing it flat like this. Okay. So now we've got, look at that, it's starting to make a box. Okay. Now for the bottom, see, I've got the tearing tape on the back side here on the outside. So we're going to tuck our two little sides in, and then we're going to tuck the back in. Okay. And then we're going to take the backing off of the front. Does that make sense now why I did it this way? So that the front will go towards the back. And now there's a seam on the back side, which isn't seen on the front side. See what I mean? Okay, so we've got our little box formed. Isn't that cute? We can put our little, look at that. It's just the perfect box. Actually, we should put our little gingerbread in there. Let's put our gingerbread. There he goes. It's the perfect size. So the finished box size, I'll tell you that, is 4.5 by 2 3/4, and it's 3/4 inch wide. So it's not very, I mean, it fits in my hand. So it's not very big. It's perfect. Perfect little treat. All right, let me show you how we make our little envelope and our little gingerbread. So, there is an envelope stamp. Uh-oh. Ugh, I hate when those photopolymer stamps get stuck together. Super sticky. Okay. So, the envelope, this is where I was kind of struggling. The envelope in this stamp has the 4 lines, right? So for me, this looks like it's a closed envelope, like the back of an envelope. And Stampin' Up! Envelopes aren't a good example because they don't have that typical, you don't see the 4 lines. But this, to me, looks like a closed envelope. And I wanted it to be open and have this kind of triangle, right? Opening in the back. So I'm going to show you how I did that. But then when I put the gingerbread inside, I thought, oh, it looks so weird to have the lines there. Like it's a closed envelope, even though the gingerbread's in there. So I'm going to show you what I did. You guys can tell me if I'm loony or not. I'm going to use Balmy Blue as my color just because I picked a coordinating color from the DSP. So I picked this pretty blue, Balmy Blue. Okay, so I inked up the Balmy Blue. And there is a die for this, but I didn't use it because it's just straight lines. So I'm going to actually fussy cut my envelope. Oh, and I probably need my foam mat because this is a photopolymer stamp. Okay, that's a really, really light, but you get the picture. Okay, now to make my envelope top, I inked up my stamp. This morning, I ordered a Balmy Blue refill. I can't believe I didn't have a Balmy Blue refill already because I'm like, where is the ink? Why is this thing so dry? So anyways, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp right next to this first envelope. And it's so much darker. This is a fail. I'm starting over. Okay, let's try this again. We'll do it on this side. Okay, so there's my envelope. And then right along the side of it, I'm going to stamp another envelope. So I'm going to cut out the triangle and form my little open envelope. So this is like if the envelope was open. So I'm just cutting off those 2 sides there, following the white lines. like that. Okay. So there's my envelope. And now I need my gingerbread to be able to slide inside of it. So I had to create a pocket. So the first time I did this, I stamped, I stamped the envelope again and just cut it out. But do you see like what I mean about the lines? So if my gingerbread were behind, I guess it's just hard to explain, but I hope you get what I'm saying. So what I decided to do was flip my stamp over and stamp a solid side. So I just took the back side of my envelope stamp. I was like, I've got stuff on there. There we go. So I'm just going to stamp a solid rectangle using the back side of my stamp right here. Gosh, that's so light. I'm going to do it again. I really need to get an ink refill for this. I was not kidding. And I don't think that was perfect, but it's a little bit darker. Okay, so now I've got this blue image for my front of the envelope. So I'm just going to cut around it. And I'm sorry for the, if you guys can hear the background noise. We have, our neighbors are getting their roof redone, and it's right next to my craft room. And so all I've been hearing is construction for the last 2 days. It's been so fun. I'm loving it. Okay, so there's the front of my envelope, and there's, I'm just going to glue this to the front of this, and it's going to create the little pocket. You see what, I don't know why that mattered to me, but it mattered to me. So, and then I can just take my adhesive and just run adhesive along 3 sides to make my little pocket and glue it to my envelope. I'm going to okay, so there we go. There's my envelope. And my gingerbread, when I make him, is going to fit right inside. Yay! So to me, this looks like more of an envelope than having the lines. So anyways, you can do that or just leave it with the lines. It doesn't matter. But to me, that was my preference. All right, so let's make our cute little gingerbread. He is so darling. I used pecan pie ink, and he's right here. So just ink him up. Oh, yay. Thanks, Jan. I'm glad you like it. Okay, so there's our gingerbread. There he is. Okay, don't forget his little face. We got to do his little face. So we're going to do his face in basic black or memento black, or stays on. It doesn't matter. It's whatever you prefer. I pretty much use memento for everything. Here's our little gingerbread face. So cute. I'm gonna get a red ink and a green ink out for the holly. See, we've got this holly here, and I'm gonna get red for the no peeking. So real red. I'm going to do, this time I'm going to do Parakeet Party for the green, and real red for the berries. Okay. So let's see. Parakeet Party for the green holly. There's the green. Love that. So bright and pretty. Real red for the berries. And these are 2 separate dies. So we'll just stamp them separately. And then we need to do our little sentiment, no peeking. And I'm just going to do that off to the side. Hopefully I can fit it all on one sheet. If not, I have more scraps and we can try again. But we'll try this and see what we get. Okay, let me put my ink away. And let's clean the stamps real quick. That way we don't get a mess later. It never fails. Every time I don't clean my stamp, it'll fall over, or a piece of paper or a card I'm making will land on it, and then it's ruined and I'm so sad. Okay. All right, so for die cutting, we're going to cut our little gingerbread. We're going to cut our holly and our berry, and then the label itself for the no peeking. Oh, and we also need these little hearts because we're going to put hearts, red hearts on him. And we also need this little label for the no peeking. This is where I was saying I hope we have enough space to do the label along with everything else. So, all right, so let's put this. I'm going to use some washi tape I have here to hold everything down. I don't want all my stamping to go to waste here. So I'll cut these little pieces out first, and then we'll go back with the label. Okay, so I don't need that anymore. Let's bring my machine in. And we can cut the little hearts out of a scrap of real red. Hi, guys. Okay, so I got a little. Now, there is an option to stamp the hearts. If you wanted the hearts just to be stamped directly on, you can do that. But I just really like the look of the little heart buttons die cut. So it's really up to you what you prefer. I have a hard time lining up these little stamps. So sometimes being able to just die cut it and glue them on is the better option. It just depends. Depends on you. Depends on the day. Okay, let's do the no peeking. And I'm just going to grab this piece of washi tape. That should be good. Run that through. Where's my mini? Oh, my mini would have been great, huh, for this. I always have my big machine out on my desk, and my mini is always put away in my cute little Stampin' Up! Lunch pail. So I always forget the mini. But that would have been perfect. Okay, let's put our label away. Now these label dies are, and I always forget the name of them, Nested Essentials dies. These are my new go-to dies. I love them. And then these ones are the Sending Cheer, part of the Sending Cheer bundle. And there's just so many fun little pieces and parts to this die set. Okay. So there's that. Now let's go ahead and assemble our little guy. I'm gonna get my putty. My little take your pick putty end is so great for these little hearts. And my little fine tip glue pen, or my little fine tip glue squeeze bottle, is going to be perfect. Just putting a little tiny controlled dab of glue on all of the hearts. So do that, and then take your little putty, and we want to kind of turn the hearts around. Oop. Come on. There we go. So turn it around the right way and then just stick it down. See how nice and easy that is? Turn it around, stick it down. Turn it around and stick it down. And then, of course, this always makes me think of Yanni, because she always is putting little blushy cheeks on all her little creations. So, oh, that side. So I'm just going to take my dark Flirty Flamingo and I'm just going to add some little rosy cheeks. She's like the queen of these little accents. So she always does little white accents. Like for the eyes, you can take a gel pen. You can do little white eyes. You can do little cheeks, little freckles. I always love when she does those little accent pieces. So look at that. We made our little gingerbread. So cute. Okay. So I just cut the little top part off of where the little circle was at the top of the die. Just trim that down as needed. And then we can put our little holly together. So I'm going to take my little glue. I'm always afraid the glue is going to dry. So I'm like really diligent about putting that pin in. Oh, I put it upside down. I needed my take your pick putty tool for the holly. There we go. Okay. And let's put that right there in the corner of our little sign. Okay. All right. So before we start gluing that stuff down, let's go ahead and put some ribbon on our box because I love ribbon. I'm a ribbon fanatic. So I'm going to take some of this balmy blue kind of ombre ribbon, right? It goes from blue to white. And I'm just going to wrap it around the center of the box and tie a bow to the left side. And I know this looks like it's the right side on camera, but it's upside down because that's how I tie bows, is upside down. I know I'm weird. You tie bows however you tie bows, and I'll tie bows however I tie bows. This is a judgment-free zone. Okay. So there we go. There's my little bow. See? I do so much better when I do it upside down. I don't know why. But if you haven't done it, if you haven't tied a bow upside down, you need to try it. There's just something about it. All right. So I'm going to use dimensionals for putting my label on my envelope. So a couple dimensionals on the back, like so. Like that. I'm just going to pop that in the middle of our envelope. And then we're going to just put our little gingerbread inside. Now you could glue your gingerbread down if you wanted so he doesn't fall out, but it's pretty snug in there. And he doesn't like, I could turn this upside down and shake it and I'm not even holding, and he's not going to come out. So he's nice and snug in there and he's just super cute. Okay. And then I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of my envelope, only the envelope, not the gingerbread. If you want him to come out, you can't glue him down. So just on the envelope, get rid of all that trash. And then we're going to stick him. And you can do this diagonal. It doesn't have to be straight. I don't like to put things on straight because I'm not good at it anyway. So I'm going to put him on diagonal. Now, if you wanted him to be straight, you could, but I just kind of like him a little crazy, like I'm a little lean to the side. So that is it. Super cute, right? Love this. Just fun and easy, quick gingerbread cookie holder. These would be great to send out with a class or with to put in a stocking stuffer or to add with a Christmas gift, or I don't know. The ideas are endless. I think this would be a great little neighbor gift, you know, maybe some gingerbread flavored hot cocoa or coffee along with the gingerbread cookies. Yeah, so there you go. Cute little gingerbread. All right. Questions on that project? Hopefully you guys like that one. Now for this really, 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 really easy and cute Christmas tree. Now these just look so good, these cakes. Oh my gosh, I just want to eat them up. I want to eat them all up. I know Debbie cake frosting tastes like wax, but man, there's just something about these. They're so yummy. I am using the Merriest Trees bundle. I'm actually I'm very much enjoying this bundle. The dies are phenomenal. You guys, look how many dies you get in this set. And the really cool thing is about, I'll show you that I kind of discovered about this tree, is that the way they design these dies, I guess it'd probably be easier to show you. So I have the tree on my Stamparatus, but the dies will cut out, like the smallest die cuts out the 2 top layers. So you can have a tiny tree, or you can make your tree in layers to make it look fuller, right? This is the die that cuts 3 layers. This is the die that cuts 4 layers. Oops, magnet. 4 layers. And this is the die that cuts all 5 layers, so you can get a full tree. Oh, and also there's a 1 layer. So it's just really, really cool how you can kind of build the size tree you need out of 1 stamp. I just think that is so genius. I really, really love that. And not to mention, you have all of these accent pieces to decorate your tree. You've got the rectangles for the presents. You've got the stem of the tree, which can also be a sign because it's got the little pointed end like a post. You've got stars. You've got little twinkly stars. You've got ornaments here. This is a little tag topper. Look at that. Stitched, and it folds over in half and has the 2 holes. So it can be a tag. Look, you got your garland. You even got the basket for the bottom of the Christmas tree. Oh, and then it also comes, if that wasn't enough, it comes with a freaking tag. It's so cool. I love it. So this set is just won me over, and it coordinates with that Walk in the Woods, Walk in the Forest paper that I mentioned last week. That is part of the Giving Back, what is it? The service project, Making a Difference. Oh, sorry, my cord is dangling here. Making a Difference. See how you can actually die cut. Can you die cut? I think you can die cut trees right out of this. Maybe not trees, but the bears. But anyways, this paper coordinates. You can see they use the tree bundle for all of these projects and the bears. So very, very cute. Super cute. Actually, I think this might be a tree from the paper, because I don't think, yeah, because we don't have a stamp that looks like that. So that is right out of the paper. Very cool. So I love when Stampin' Up! Does that. That's my favorite thing. All right. So let me show you how to make this box. Super easy. It's basically the same box, but we're going to do a couple different things. So the first is, if you see, I have this ribbon here at the top. There are holes punched into the lip or the lid of this box. So you've got your ribbon that goes through the holes and comes out the front. And so if you open it, then you kind of have to work around the ribbon. But the ribbon goes through the front of the box and through the lid, and it holds the box nice and closed. And it also adds a little tree topper for the tree. So I've got a little tree cake inside. So it's really easy to make, and I'm gonna show you guys how to do that. But if you didn't want to go through the fuss of this lid, you could just tuck the lid inside the box. Like, it will work just fine that way as well. But this kind of plays 2 parts because it holds the box closed. And like I said, it goes right above the tree as a little tree topper. So you don't even need a star. You have a bow at the top of your tree. Cute, right? Okay. So let me show you how to make this. I have all the pieces cut and ready to go. And I use a different DSP this time. So this is still that same Merry and Bright DSP. This is just another piece of that. And this is also a piece of that Merry and Bright DSP. So I just cut the pieces that we need. So there are 2 pieces for the front and back. And that is 2.5 by 3.5. 2.5 by 3.5. Yep. So 2 pieces that are 2.5 by 3.5, 2 pieces that are 1 by 3.5, and 1 piece that is 1 by 2.5. Okay, this is for the top lid. And then we have our piece of shaded spruce. And this piece is 8.5 by 7, I believe it is. Yep, 8.5 by 7. So we're going to score this. Let me move these dies out of the way. And the ribbon. So on the long side, we're going to score at 1.5. I'm sorry, 1.25, 4, 5.25, and 8. And then on the short side, I'll do it this way: 1.25, 5, and 6.25. Oops. Okay. So 1.25, 5, and 6.25. 1.25, 4, 5.25, and 8. Okay. And again, I'm going to fold the wrong way just so that I can hide my numbers on the inside. But you wouldn't want to do that. If you're going to score on that side, you want to fold on that side. Excuse me. I'm getting over that cold and I have this lingering cough that just will not go away. So I'm just burnishing all of the score lines. And I'll show you how we're going to cut this down. Okay. So bottom is this side that only has one score line on it. And we are going to take this corner, cut up along the bottom score lines. We'll just do that. Cut up along all of the bottom score lines and stop at the first score line going across. Okay. So like that. Now come back over to this first one and cut it off completely. And I always miter this because this piece is going to be just a little tab that we glue down onto. So miter there. Miter these little tabs so that they fit in the box a little bit better. Same with this little tab here. Okay, so that's the bottom. It is. I love. Okay, so somebody said the tree bundle is carrying over. That makes me really happy. All right, so this is the top of our box, but I'm just going to turn it so you guys can see. Now, this whole section here comes off. So cut down to the second score line. Let's just do that on all these score lines. Just cut all the way down to the second score line. All the way down. Okay, now this one over here, we're going to do the same thing we did on the other side where we're just going to cut it all off and miter that little section. Okay, now this is going to be the piece that folds in like the flap, right? That we're going to hole punch. So that's staying. This next one we need to cut down to make a tab and miter. Like that. Okay. This one, we're going to take it completely off right down to the second score line. So we're just going to cut the whole thing off. It's kind of hard to do with the tabs and stuff in the way, but just cut that whole section off. Boop. And then this one, same thing that we did with the other tab, just going to cut that off and miter. Okay, so this is what it looks like when it's done. Okay, so this is going to be the inside. I'm going to do what I did last time. I'm going to round my top tabs with my corner rounder punch. Okay, so I rounded my corners, and then I'm going to flip it over. So this is going to be where we can glue our trees on. And now this directional paper, it doesn't matter up or down, which is kind of nice. So, but if you were going to glue directional paper, like this one I used was directional paper, when you glue your paper down, right, this is the bottom, this is the top. But you have to do the opposite for the lid. for this piece that goes on the lid, that would be the bottom and this would be the top, because when you turn it over and you're holding it in the front, right? Top, bottom, but it's opposite. I hope that makes sense. I hope I didn't just confuse the heck out of you. But basically, whatever direction this paper is, you want this lid piece to be the opposite. But because I'm using non-directional paper, it doesn't matter. And if you do make the mistake of doing it, you'll learn from it and never do it again. So just gluing my pieces down. Again, 2.5 by 3.5 for these two, 1 inch by 3.5 for these side pieces, and 1 by 2.5 for the lid. Okay, so now I'm going to use my tearing tape and we'll assemble this box just like we did the other one. So on the skinny side tab, we're going to put a line of tearing tape. On the back side of the box, we're going to put tearing tape on the outside. For the front of the box, we're going to put tearing tape on the inside, so we don't want it to be seen. Okay, so go ahead and tear or remove the tearing tape on this side, fold it over and lay it flat, glue it closed. Okay, so now we're going to tuck our two sides in, peel the backing off the back side, fold that over like that, peel the backing off of the front side, fold it over like that. Okay, so now we've got our box. So now what we need to do is punch our little holes. So I've got my, I think this is 1/8 of an inch hole punch. And this is a Stampin' Up! Hole punch. Now, I don't think they sell these anymore, but you can get one offline or at a craft store in all different sizes. So you're just going to, I just eyeball the center of my front flap. And I'm just going to punch 2 holes in the front flap. Okay. And then you're going to take that and fold it over to the front side of the box. And you're going to take a pen, which I had one. Where's my pen? We'll just use this one. Take your pen. So with the box lid pushed up and closed down, you're going to mark the hole inside on the front of your box. Take your hole punch, go inside and punch the marks that you made. Okay. So then you can see that your holes will line up. Not mine didn't line up perfect, but it doesn't need to be perfect because ribbon is flexible. All right. So that's it with the hole punch. Now we're going to take our ribbon, and I'm using this. It's really pretty. It's sheer ribbon with the silver edged. And we're going to pull it through the front of the box to the inside and then push it through the hole, the second hole, and pull it through the front side. And then make sure you give yourself enough length to tie a bow. Okay, and let's go ahead and put our Christmas tree in there. Now you might have to make a little puncture so that the plastic won't bubble up because it was going to be a little too bulky. So now that we've got our lid, we can take our ribbon and string through the inside of the hole and out the front. Do the same thing with the second piece. Inside of the hole. And, oh, come on. This ribbon is fraying, so it's hard to grab. There we go. So you pull it through, pull it tight, and then tie a bow. I'm doing this right side up, so it's all going to be messed up. See, it's always like upside down. Okay, so once you've got your bow, you can trim up your sides. Oh, there's the wrong scissors for that. Where are my ribbon scissors? My ribbon scissors are hiding. Use these ones. Oh, they're right here. There and there. Okay, so there is my box with the ribbon. Now we're going to decorate it with a cute little tree. Okay, so you can pick the shade, the color of your tree. I did Parakeet Party because it's in this paper. And because my Shaded Spruce ink is like dying. It's one of the colors that I am ordering, Shaded Spruce. But we'll go ahead and use it. So I have it on my Stamparatus. Now this is no longer available, so I'm sorry I'm showing you something that you can't get anymore, but I just really like the Stamparatus when I'm stamping big images or images that I might need to stamp more than once just to get it to get a good image. So I'm just going to put my magnet down at the bottom of that. I'm going to use Shaded Spruce just because. Now, if this were like nice and juicy, I would want to stamp off once, but because my ink is literally like on its last leg here, I am just going to stamp it full force here. So I'm just trying to ink it up so that there aren't any lines, but there are lines. I don't want any lines. There we go. Okay. So ink that up and stamp it. And I have this really cool press that Colleen gave me, which is so wonderful. I love it, Colleen. Thank you. Ah, look, it's just, see what I mean? It's like you got to push down really hard. Got to get our arm work out. There we go. This is why the Stamparatus comes in handy, because in case it doesn't come out right the first time, you can just put it back down. But you can see Shaded Spruce should be a lot darker than this. It's just that my ink pad is like dry. So I'm ordering ink refill. I need to get better about that. Like I now have all the colors. So what I need to start doing is just getting all of the ink refills. So I have it for every single color. I have like 3 Granny Apple Green ink refills. I don't know why. I think that I keep ordering Granny Apple Green, but it's probably because I really like that color. Okay, so this one was Parakeet Party, but I'm going to do Shaded Spruce this time just because the paper's a little bit different. And then the sentiment, "We wish you a Merry Christmas," goes right in the center of the tree. I love that it's shaped like the tree. That's one of the things I really love about this stamp. We wish you a Merry Christmas. So I'm going to do that in red, real red. Sorry, excuse me. So just trying to get it nice and dark and juicy. And then, like, remember I told you how we can cut the tree down to size? We're going to do that here, where we're going to stamp up and we're only going to cut 4 out of the 5 layers. Okay, we wish you a Merry Christmas. Cute, right? I'm glad I'm not the only one, Terry. Well, I'm sorry I am not the only one. I mean, far too many of us suffer from dry ink pads. Okay, so then we can cut this out. And, oh, we also need to do our little tree stump in a little stem of the tree in pecan pie. There is a die for this, but I find it just as easy to fussy cut because it's just a little rectangle. So I'm not going to worry about die cutting it. I guess I should have cleaned my Shaded Spruce. Did I clean this? I don't remember, but we're going to do it again. Okay. So now we're going to die cut our tree. And we're going to use the one that has 4 layers. So you can make your tree as fancy as you want or as plain as you want. I went with really plain because I just needed an easy little decoration. I didn't need it to be all decked out, but you could definitely make it all decked out. I'm just going to use tear tape or the washi tape because I don't want to have to do all that stamping again. Hi, Kathleen. I've missed you. There's only some of you that I haven't talked to in a long time. Is it because it's on a Saturday? Maybe I should mix it up more often. So you can see that it cuts right along that white section and leaves the bottom section behind. So I just really like that feature about this set. And so we're just going to cut that. Oops. Okay. And glue the tree, stem of the tree. It's probably not a stem. It's the trunk of the tree. Don't know why I call it a tree stem. That's weird. Obviously, I don't know plant anatomy. Okay. There we go. We wish you a Merry Christmas. And I'm going to pop that up on dimensionals, stick it right under that ribbon, and we have a finished little tree. So just pop a bunch of dimensionals on here. Now don't go up too high because it will overlap the lid a little bit. So make sure you leave yourself some space. My one dimensional might be a bit too high, but we'll see. So you could add presents to the bottom of the tree. You could add ornaments to the tree. You could die cut garland. So there's 2 different kind of versions of the same box. Cute, right? And it's all decked out. So there are my 2 projects for you today, you guys. I hope you enjoyed them. Thank you for letting me switch my days because bingo is tomorrow and I didn't want to have to skip out on Facebook Live. I hope you guys are going to have a fabulous Thanksgiving this next coming week, and that you don't get the flu bug that's going around, and that you find some time to spend in your craft room. I'm going to try and spend time in my craft room cleaning. But yeah, so just a reminder, I have the 1 extra bingo kit. If you want it, message me, $35 plus shipping. And I will just send you a picture of the bingo card to play for tomorrow. And then I have 6 extra autumn creativity delivered kits. Those are $40 each. That includes shipping. So message me. I have 6 of them. I'm sure if you want one, you're going to get one. And oh, I need to draw a winner for the free one. So let's draw a winner. Let me share my screen. To enter that, you had to do #treatbox. So let's share the giveaway. There were 30 entries today. Holy cow, that's awesome. Let's see who our lucky winner is. Who's it gonna be? Virginia! Yay, Virginia! Congratulations! Woohoo! Let's see. So you're gonna get the Creativity Delivered kit for autumn for October mailed to you. Woo-woo! All right, ladies, have a great week. We'll see you next week, next Sunday. Bye, everybody.